the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
The wing set for him, Herter and Murray. Sabonis is out there with Holmes, and it's Fox in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Now here's Okoro. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, Isaac is one of those physical guards out there that can back down guys and take some hits.
Now the pass to Herter. Here's Holmes. Pass to Fox. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Murray. The shot that time not on target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Gabriel. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Now here's Herter. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. Snatched up. That one falls. 8 points for him.
Now, De'Aaron Fox picking up the crumbs there on the inside, but gets his team a second effort.
Here's Gabriel. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Herter. Sabonis high post. Murray outside. Back to Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Oh, great pass from Murray. I like whenever he looks to get his guys involved. Well, what a summer for Keegan Murray. The 4th overall pick in freshman summer league looks to be just the type of player the Kings needed.
Now here's Fox. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch in that game against the Warriors. Herter, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Sabonis against Wade. Kicks to G. From outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gabriel's got 24 points.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic. Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Gabriel. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the 3s they're allowing.
Outside, Fox. Again, the miss by the Kings.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Gabriel. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple.
That's right, everybody. Who wants
So it's Cleveland with an
55. Fans, put your hands together and get loud.
The shooting percentage they allow is through the roof. The coach should have.
All right, now I think we should check out the Rookie of the Year race.
Well, I'm not surprised to see Paolo Banchero.
That's all for us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at G in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Tipping off the second half.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Kings. De'Aaron Fox.
Weighed in at the power forward. Back in 2020, De'Aaron Fox signing a massive extension, Greg. 5 years and $163 million.
Yeah, and Kevin, every NBA hopeful wants that second contract. Credit to De'Aaron for working his tail off, earning every penny of that deal. Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Shoots from 8. Count that bucket. Herder's got 5 now.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Launches a 3. Gabriel can't get it to go. The Kings trail by 18. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. The Kings have made a lot of moves to shake up their roster. De'Aaron Fox says, "I think the mood is definitely better. It's like a breath of fresh air. Getting a feel for each other and seeing the chemistry come to fruition is huge. Success isn't always immediate with trades and signings, so we look toward the future." Kevin, back to you.
That's all they can do. Okay, thanks, DA.
And at 277 pounds, Lopez absorbs contact well. Difficult to deter him on the way up.
Fox, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Fires the 3, and he sinks it from deep. Three-pointer good from G. Gabriel's got 6 in the quarter. Kings have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Herder passes to Murray. Sabonis' screen on Wade. Murray dishes to Fox. Over Garland. Sacramento again missing.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
G kicks to Wade. You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 9 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort.
Let's go, everybody. Time to make some noise.
Called by the Kings.
The Kings.
You acting like you won something. Hey, it's cute, MP. Real cute.
6 True Kids team. Get loud once again.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And Brent, nowadays, there are so many options for the great high school basketball player in this country and overseas. Do you see the G League Ignite in similar ways as a positive overall?
Well, I think right now you'd have to say that the G League Ignite has been a successful experiment, and that run is going to continue. You get guys like Jalen Green, who was drafted by the Houston Rockets and came in, had a sensational rookie season. That pathway has led him there, so I think they're doing a good job. The interesting thing, Kevin, to talk about is what colleges have done in response to that and what's going on in the NIL space. How does that change the dynamic in the future?
Sabonis is out there with Holmes. Then there's Terrence Davis. And it's Mitchell, and it's Fox in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now here's Wade. Pass to Lee. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
That is a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Okoro, he's checked in for Lee. Fox passes to Sabonis. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Davis surveying the floor. 5 to shoot. Passes to Sabonis. The Kings need to get off a shot here. They get the rebound. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Sabonis has got 11 in the second half. Now Garland. Here's Gabriel. And again for three.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red out from beyond the arc. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Lyles.
Substituting on.
And so it's Cleveland taking...
That's the end of the game. Thank you everyone for being part of tonight's event. Please get home safely, and we hope you'll join us again soon.
I spoke with Ashley, and she was clear about the ground rules for this interview.
Okay, great.
No. Frighteningly clear.
Yeah, she's just trying to protect me, man, that's all.
Right. Well, make sure to let her know that I was clear with you that this is an off-the-records interview.
Bro, it sounds like she put the fear in your heart a little bit.
Yeah, well, she knows a lot about my personal life. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
Anyway.
Interesting, but we can leave it at that.
Anyway, what I know so far is that Othello Akpem has been butting heads with people in the front office.
Yeah.
Is this correct?
Yep, 100% true.
Can you tell more about that?
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, man. But I do have to ask you, I'm a little nervous right now. I don't usually do things like this, so just bear with me a little bit.
I promise to be a sympathetic, yet journalistically impartial ear.
Great. I appreciate that. So as you know, it all starts on draft night, and most of the fans didn't want me there.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so they hired Freddie Novak to smooth things over with the fans on a PR perspective.
Interesting.
But it wasn't like a commercial, like cynical stuff like the media made it out to be.
What was it?
Okay, so they wanted to ease my transition to the starting lineup. So if the fans were all over me, any little mistake I made would be a huge deal in the press. You know what I'm saying? So the front office just wanted to take the pressure off of me. It was all about helping me reach my highest potential.
So this was a top-down initiative?
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, I was also on board with it. You know, supporting the community has always been huge for me, so I was already planning to get to know the fans regardless.
I see. Now,
You know?
you're right. But how did Othello Akpem then play into this?
He couldn't even get on board with it, man. The entire organization had approved of this plan, and not one person disagreed with it other than Othello.
And you know this for a fact?
Well, hey, John, you can do the digging around if you want, but he made it very clear that he didn't want me doing anything outside in this community. I mean, which is very wild because even if the whole drafting didn't happen, isn't it best practice to have a good relationship with the fans? I mean, John, it's mind-boggling.
Wow, okay, so why do you think he was so against you having these interactions with the fans?
Tell you the truth, John, I'm not sure, but it was not reasonable. I mean, there was no logical explanation for it. So all I could think of is that he had some sort of axe to grind or something.
Well, with who?
I don't know. I have no clue. Was it me, Freddie, the fans? I mean, he didn't say obviously, but I don't know.
MP, that's very interesting.
Yeah, I thought you might like that, man.
Well, of course, I'll have to verify all this. I mean, I can't publish these claims based on one off-the-record interview.
No, listen, man, I expect nothing less of you, John. I understand.
Okay, well, is there anything else I should know?
Nah, that's pretty much it. You have any other questions?
No, I mean, look, I don't know what's your motivation behind doing this, nor did I ask, but I appreciate you coming to me with this story, MP.
I appreciate you, man. Taking the time as always.
Anytime you want to talk again about this, let me know. I'm always here.
For sure.
What's up, MP?
He's about to tear it up.
Look out there, MP.
Well, Grant, it's still early in the season, but when you're on a team, do you have a good sense of where you stand in the league at this point?
Well, it's hard to say. The year is just getting started. You just never know about injuries, trades, chemistry, how it all comes together. So I think most players aren't too concerned with the standings just yet.
A look at the opening lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've got Darius Garland, Jared Allen out there with Okoro, and it's Wade in at the power forward. Spot. Now here's Curry. Trying to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Gabriel, defended by Thompson. Gabriel's shot is off. Thompson outside. Pass to Curry. Now Wiggins. Outside for Green, from behind the arc. And the Warriors miss again. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Grant, so much young talent for the Warriors. Many said they should trade for veterans, but they resisted.
And they won a title anyways. I mean, with the salary cap perhaps their greatest obstacle, having contributors on cost-controlled rookie contracts sure helps.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Looney passes to Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Looney, a screen on Garland. Curry's shot is off.
0 for 4 to start this game. Some of it's execution, and some of it's just bad luck.
Okoro. And the basket is good.
What tremendous control from Isaac Okoro. His coaches encourage him to attack through contact.
To the middle. Will it go? And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Just brutal. I mean, 5 straight misses to begin the game.
Here's Gabriel. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
When you let a team...
The Warriors have gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. And a deep 3 from Curry. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Gabriel. Fires the 3. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Finally, a make for this team. Hopefully it gives them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Hits the trifecta. 12 points for him.
I just love the ball.
Pass to Looney. Outside, Green. Inside, here's Thompson. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
You know you can count on Draymond Green to make good decisions. This guy comes up with a lot of terrific assists.
And we think back to 2015, Grant. Klay Thompson with the best quarter in league history.
Oh, B.A. 37 points from him in 1 quarter, setting an NBA record. Klay 13 for 13 from the field and 9 for 9 from deep, taking only 4 dribbles the entire time. Only Klay Thompson, guys.
Well, clever interior play from Stephen Curry right now, able to navigate the traffic and still finish.
Pass to Gabriel. There's the 3. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Here's Okoro. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Now the Warriors with it. 19-point game. To the paint. Here's Curry. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Curry's got 6.
Well, that floater right there is exactly what you would see from Steph Curry in his warm-up. He practices every shot from every angle.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Curry with another miss.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Pass to Gabriel. The 3 is up. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And that's it.
At the end of the first quarter, our score, your Warriors 8, the Cavaliers.
Checked in for Green. Wiggins comes in for Green. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Payton. And it's Curry in for DiVincenzo. All 3 shooters are out there. The splash triplets. Curry, Klay, and Poole. Inside, it's Wiggins at the 4 with Looney in the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Boy, one big takeaway from the Cavaliers last season was the impact Evan Mobley has on the defensive end. This is a 7-footer who can guard multiple positions.
Pass to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. Back to Curry. Fires from deep. Sinks the tray. He's got 9.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Here's Gabriel. The 3. Can't hit that one. Wiggins with it. Picked up by Allen. That's good from Curry. On the assist by Wiggins. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter. And with Mobley, he's already drawing comparisons to other versatile big men doors.
Well, B.A., I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this guy has a chance to become one of the elite defensive players in league history. It is clear when he's at the top of his game, they are a scary team defensively.
And here's Thompson for 3. The shot no good. And Cleveland will come the other way. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Dialing it in from range on the road is never easy to do, but they pulled it off and played a great game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Pass to Looney. Now Thompson. Can't get it to drop. Nice D from Allen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Curry's shot is off.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Poole outside to stop the run. Doesn't go that time. And so it's the Cleveland
Cavaliers, 54. And let's hear it for the Jabberwockies.
The bench, a big reason they've got a sizable advantage. When you have guys coming in scoring points, it keeps...
And now we can turn our attention forward. Let's take a look at what... And that'll do it for us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
B.A., dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
So for Cleveland right now, we've got Jared Allen. Darius Garland is out there with Okoro, and it's Wade in at the 4 spot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Draymond Green suffered through the losing years with the Dubs. He said, quote, "I just couldn't get myself going." Coach Kerr pulled me aside and said, quote, "You have to be the worst player in meaningless games I have ever seen. But I found a love again, and I'm just enjoying playing basketball." Brian?
Hey, it shows, Allie. Thank you.
Now, even with that shoot-first mindset, Klay Thompson willing and able to make a great pass.
Here's Gabriel. Hits a 3-pointer. Give him 39.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Thompson outside. All sorts of time. Here's Looney. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Pass to Gabriel. Off the mark there with a 3. The Warriors have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third.
And you know, guys, I don't think too many people expected the resurgence we saw from the Cavs last season. It started with their defense.
And out of bounds, the Warriors will take it.
That looks like a lack of focus.
Now here, the Warriors decide to talk it over. Thompson outside. The three is up. That one is off. And so it's clear.
Third quarter with the score. Your Warriors 52, the Cavaliers.
All those threes have this poised for a blowout. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. And again for three.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. And for the Cavaliers, their shooting has been spectacular. 67%. Just incredible. Pass to Gabriel. Lets a three fly. Good! Another from three.
And with that made three, he now stands alone for third most threes in a single game.
Boy, he's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long. What a shooting performance. Here's Moody. Over to the left wing. Just 4 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Thomas misses.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Gabriel from deep. Connects from downtown.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
They just can't stop this run.
And honestly, the more empty trips they have, the more they feel the pressure.
Here's Kuminga. Rebounded by Green.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Here's Gabriel. And got it! Another basket! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Lets it fly. Here's Looney, and Looney with the slam.
Oh my, what a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Here's Neto, and the layup is good off the glass. Oh no, he may have gotten injured right there. Man, he's in a lot of pain.
And I'll tell you, that's the very
And so Cleveland takes this one by a big mark.
Thank you one and all for coming out for tonight's game. Please have a safe trip back home, and we hope you'll join us soon.
Oh, you're here, so that can't be good.
Well, it's not bad either. Things aren't inherently good or bad, they just are as we are today.
Okay, so what's up?
So the trade rumor leaked, and Othello is escalating things.
Okay, because of the Luck article?
Almost certainly.
So what's our next move?
Well, first things first, you want it in the press room. Now, Nate White had this report, so you're going to want to call on him first, face this head on.
Okay, yeah, I can handle Nate.
I'm sure you can. After that, head to the office so we can talk next steps, okay? We're going to have to accelerate the plan a little bit because the rumor dropped.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
Remember, you want to be here. You have nothing to hide. If the team is looking to trade you, this is the first you're hearing about it.
All right. Thanks, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. All right, all right. Why don't we get started? Nate, talk to me.
Thank you, MP. Are you aware of the rumors that you are on the trading block?
Yeah, man. My team just let me know.
So what's your reaction to that?
Trade rumors are a part of the game, man. You know, I don't pay much attention to them. I just put my head down, focus, and just take it one day at a time. I mean, if you let the distractions get to you, you're not going to be at your best. And if you're not at your best, you're not going to be able to give the team what they need in order to win.
Does that mean you don't mind if you get traded?
No. That can't be further from the truth, man. I mean, this is where I wanted to be since day one. I love the people, the culture, the history of this franchise. I mean, y'all know my girl Mila is from here. We love this city and we want to make this our home for a very, very long time. You know, but if I get traded, I'm not going to cry about it. I'm going to simply use that as fuel to show that they made a huge mistake.
Do you have any messages for the front office, though?
I think I said all I need to say on this. So that's going to be it for today, all right? Thanks, guys. Seems like we're done here, huh? All right, see you guys later.
I read that story in the local news.
Yo,
John
nice
Luck
work
sure
at the press
loves
conference.
you, doesn't he?
Yeah, you handled it beautifully. Nate White has a way of getting under people's skin, but you remained calm.
All right. Mila, what you think?
I think you played it like a modern day Richard Hatch.
Who?
Only the legendary winner of the very first season of a little show called Survivor?
Okay, Mila here is like a survivor, historian or something.
It's the most underrated show of all time, and I'm not going to stop until it gets the respect it deserves.
Noted. Ashley, please take over.
Okay, this leak happened sooner than we would have liked, but that is okay. All it means is that we've got to double down on winning over the fans. We can't make our final push against Othello until they have your back.
Why not?
There's a huge PR component to this, and we need to win on all fronts to give you the best possible chance at a favorable outcome.
I mean, if the fans aren't on your side, then Phil Boyer most likely won't be on your side, too.
Yeah.
And fandom is tribal. If you're not part of the tribe, it doesn't matter how right you are. The tribe will speak. And then it'll extinguish your torch with a hollowed out coconut attached to a
That's
stick.
another Survivor reference.
Yeah, I
for
think
you
I caught
guys.
that one.
Too far.
Okay, anyway, continuing with the fans sounds fine, but I'm gonna need some direction. Where should I focus?
Look, Uncle Bobby's the key. Of all the people we've singled out, he holds the most sway, not only with the fans, but with the organization. Now, he sponsored a ton of their camps, paid for in-game advertising, held events with their players. If Bobby is on your side, we'll be ready to move to phase 2.
Oh, you mean phase 3?
No, phase 2.
Phase 1 was the John Luck interview.
Okay, and Bobby was phase 2. So phase 3 is whatever comes
Look,
next.
it doesn't matter what phase it is, just focus on Bobby, all right?
Do you need to go over our plan for him again?
No. You guys laid it out pretty well for me.
All right, then it's settled. Once we got Bobby in our pocket, we'll launch our final offensive.
Nope.
Shock and awe, baby.
No, I told you there are no military references. They don't play well.
Look, you gotta just lighten up, Ashley. Come on.
And peace. I got ready.
What's going on, man?
I am so glad to meet you, man. I've been dying.
There's no truth to those trade rumors, are there, boss? I like it here.
What's that? What's going on?
You know, it's not petty if it's true. I'm surprised you saw this post even though your name wasn't mentioned.
Ooh.
People normally follow people with success. I hope you find that out someday. I'm starting to really enjoy going at that little knucklehead.
That's that competitive
Come
fire
on,
right
give me
there.
some,
All the
baby.
greats
Give me
got
some.
it.
Clapback
Come on,
messages do
come on now.
play
Mama
very
mentality.
well in the online sports space.
Hey, you feeling better about the panel?
What you think I'm feeling?
Come on, talk about it.
good.
Talk about
I'ma
it.
talk about it. Let 'em know. I'ma let 'em know
Friendly
too.
reminder that it does take place after your.
Zion, what up, man?
What's up, MP?
Chillin'. What you doing here?
Hooping.
Right.
You can always get a good game at the Mountain Dew court.
Word?
He about to tear the roof off. Every 3 seconds.
Everyone's excited to see these two monster teams battle it out. You know, Greg, whoever comes out on top tonight will have really made a statement to the league.
And, Kevin, no matter what happens, this is a great opportunity for both teams. They say iron sharpens iron. The only way you get better is by facing challenging opponents.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point. Good on the three-point shot.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Edwards, that's good.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. This is the first meeting of these two teams, so he didn't know exactly what to expect. But he does know that he wants his guys to attack offensively. He feels their success on that end will dictate their success through the game. So, guys, we can expect them to be aggressive from early on.
Appreciate that, David. Interesting report there, GA. The team focused on what it can do offensively.
Bottom line, in this league, you have to score points. Sounds like they have a plan.
Yeah, and we'll see how it reveals itself, that plan, if the theory is proven.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Conley dishes to Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Here's Gabriel. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. Offline from the top of the key. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
Them down from everywhere. You dialed in.
And by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Garland left side. There's the drive. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Towns. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 5. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one piece.
Yeah, this is really tight. I mean, it's splitting hairs when you talk about these teams. You get the feeling if they play 10 games, each side would win 5.
Let's give it up for your powerhouse team.
Cleveland leading by 8. On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Conley. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Kyle Anderson.
Defensive foul. Karl Anthony Towns. Takes the personal first team foul.
I sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Noel. Towns, a screen on Rubio. Noel passes to Towns. Off target from outside. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Pass to Allen. Here's Gabriel. Sinks the three-pointer. Gabriel's got the lead up to 14 now for Cleveland.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Towns is doubled. Conley left side. The kick out to Towns. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Cavaliers making a switch here. Wade's checked in. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Just 2 to shoot. The offensive rebound. Tries again. Excellent D there from Allen.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Here's Gabriel. And another three for Cleveland.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Timberwolves trail by 17. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
They get the rebound. Outside Conley. And there's the pass to Noel. Another miss by Minnesota. Cleveland with the ball. Right now they're a 9-0 run. And Rubio kicks to Wade. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Allen finds Rubio. Takes a three. Bangs home the trifecta. Rubio's got 11 points.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Damian Lee is checked in for Ricky Rubio. Now here is Conley. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And it's Towns missing.